Alright, welcome back to part 3. Today we're gonna finish up the vapor barrier and buy some drywall and get that thrown up as well. Every time I make a promise at the start of the video, I have yet to have enough time in a day to follow through. So our goal today is to get the vapor barrier up and then install drywall. I don't need to mud, I don't need to paint, but I'd like to get those two things done. I got some vapor barrier here. I need to grab my stapler and maybe a knife to cut it. Okay. So the first question I have is, how tall is the wall? And the next question I have is, how tall is half the vapor barrier? We're gonna do 40 right here. It's not quite halfway up the wall, but I want some extra overhang to come down on the concrete so that I can cut it off. And instead of measuring every single one, I'm going to throw a level on it. Put it to the one I want. Make it level. I think once I get the first couple on, it's going to go a lot easier. Now I have the height easy to mark, so I'm going to cut it instead of there. We can cut it here. I left a bunch of extra here so that I could go around the corner if I wanted to. I don't know if that's what you're supposed to do. Probably could have watched more than no YouTube videos on how to do this. Go like here. And cut it off. So we're going to staple that up to the ceiling. We'll get this all nice. We'll wrap this around the corner and bring it right into the door. And we'll do the other side. A lot of the same process. And then we'll do the ceiling. So, ready? Gonna tape it and then go get some drywall. So I watched a quick YouTube video, like 1 minute, and it said that I needed Acousti-Seal. So I was really struggling with getting the packing tape attached to the concrete foundation and also the, like, whatever the backing board is on the house itself. So I'm gonna buy this, and it's gonna go around the doors and on the house, anywhere the vapor barrier touches that I just can't make the tape seal, and we'll see how it goes. So I taped the ceiling joists just because the staples are there, and if water was up there, I didn't want it to come down on the top of the drywall. I wanted it to run down and come back out on the concrete. So I taped them up. Let me know if I should tape these. We shall see. I'm starting to lose motivation, which is funny because it's only like a 5x10 room. We're gonna try this door and see how it works, because I've never used this stuff. I've used caulking before. I understand the concept, but I've never used it. So I'm going to cut it on a little bit of an angle. And I'm going to leave this bigger than I would normally leave a caulking. Okay, so So I just had to push harder, I guess. Awesome. I just don't want this all over my shoe. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open the top up, peel this tape back, and I'll still use the tape, but I'm just going to use the tape on top of the vapor barrier. Like I'm going to use this as the sealant. So we'll go in here and we're just going to gob her in. It's kind of like tar. You're probably not supposed to get it all over the place, but I don't know what I'm doing. So I think I was screwing it up before where I was trying to get the tape to mash to the door. I'm just going to put it on the trim, and then if the tape adds extra protection, great. But the goal here is not to get tape to stick to the door, it's to get the vapor barrier to seal. If I was paid by the job, I'd be poor as hell. I'm so slow when it comes to this stuff. Like I'm on day 3 and I'm only just doing drywall. Okay, let's do the last piece of the roof. 19 there, good enough. Okay, so we'll cut it 18 inches on one side, 19 on the other, and then we'll do 64 1/4 in length. Alright, ceiling's done. Let's do some walls. Alright, that'll work. So I need to mark it. What do you think of this? Okay, good enough for government work. Good thing my head was there. Okay, that's good enough. I can make it work. Does it look good over here? Yes. My ability to assess where a stud is significantly better on a flat wall than it is on the ceiling. I missed so many times on the ceiling. It's starting to look like a room again. That's awesome. To be honest, it looks better like half finished like this than it did before, and it doesn't smell like smoke anymore. It's kind of awesome. So 2 goals have been hit. Let's get the next piece in. I went out to cut the piece and I found one of our scrap pieces that was out there, and it's 80 inches long and it's got clean edges. So I'm gonna use this. I know it creates an extra seam, which is annoying, but it's free and it saves extra long pieces for if I need them. I'm starting to realize that there's a lot more to talk about when I'm ripping stuff out than when I'm putting stuff up, because the harder I think, the less I speak. Okay, so I got the piece cut for this wall here. I'm just gonna cut a hole for the wires because, again, I don't want to take apart this box. It would probably be the same amount of speed, but the box is a mess and I don't have a light to confirm whether or not it's working yet, so I'm just gonna cut some slices into the drywall. This is a 27-inch cut, so from the top of it, I'm gonna go from 2 to 3 inch, and from 6 to 9, and then we're gonna go 4 inches back. Cut all the measuring wrong. So my 27-inch was the short part, and that was supposed to be the long part. Okay. Shit. I can't believe I made that cut upside down. It's so annoying. But I have a stud in there, so I can put a piece in. It's just a really odd mistake to make. Because I'm using scraps, I'm trying to do the vertical pieces first before I do this horizontal section here. And the reason for that is I only have so many big pieces left. And I want to make sure that the pieces that have to gap studs will actually fit. Done. Super excited to be on to the next step. Unfortunately, the next step is my least favorite. I suck at it the most, and because of all the scrap pieces here, I have a ton of work to do. So I'm going to be mudding and taping. We'll see if I get any of that done today. I got some more projects we got around the house to get ready for baby, so this is more of a side quest, but I'll keep you in the loop and let you know. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.